give you one of the magnets, so it'll hold it there. Friends, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Presiding officer of this wonderful MJF night, a very good friend, Lion D.N. Venkat Narasimhalu, my very good friend, a wonderful teammate. We've been working for many years together and we look forward to work many more years in the future. Past International Director Lion Vamsidhar Babu and his gracious Lion Lady Shanti Vamsidhar Babu. Another wonderful friend, your council chairman, Lion Raju, for outstanding leadership. Our leader, District Governor, Lion B.S. Nagaraj, our LCIF MD Coordinator Ramesh, First Vice Governor Narayan Swamy, Second Vice District Governor Akash, District Coordinators, the leadership of this wonderful district, esteemed past governors, past council chairman Girish and Ramesh Garu, they've been good friends of mine, gracious lions and ladies and friends, guests. Indeed, this is a wonderful evening, an evening truly to celebrate. Our master of ceremonies were quoting, in fact, about the Winston Churchill quote, we make living by what we give. Let's begin there. Friends, we have started this journey, this Lions year, with an ambitious goal the association had that we must start at least $52 million. That's what we wanted to start off. You know, we have had 4 years of Campaign 100. We have had previous campaigns called Site First, Campaign Site First 1, Campaign Site First 2. Many of you may have not been Lions, but some of the seniors would have heard about this. In both the projects or programs, we have done about 150, 160 and 200 odd million dollars at different times. But we have had a huge surge. After the campaign, there is to be a lull period or a fatigue among the Lions. There is to be a slowdown. We did not. Campaign 100 was something very, very different. Campaign 100, we ran it for 4 years, and 3 years out of which was a COVID period. And our goal was to raise money for $300 million. What has been the spirit behind? Each year we would raise $100 million by 100% contributing Lions for $100 million. That's what 100% Lions contribution, $100 million for 3 years. For what? It is not to keep this money in lump or a large sum in the Lions Club International Foundation bank accounts. This entire money is meant to support the Lions clubs. Your club, my club, and everyone's Lions club, so that we could expand our service projects. We can think of expanding our work. Well, you all know we have closed this campaign in Montreal Convention and we have done $325 million is what we have achieved. And then there came a chairperson last year who said, let me do about $50 million. You wouldn't believe, we initially thought it's going to fail, and all the senior leaders have said, this is not going to be. And largely India will not perform. That was the critic comment, a strong comment that was made against Lions of India, because the first 2 campaigns we were never more than about $1.5 to $2 million, inclusive of big donor like Aruna Oswal and others. But this campaign 100 has moved us in a different stage. Though we could achieve our goal only about 80-85%, but that has been moving. The last year was, we thought, a great year because as against the goal, we have achieved around $68 million. That's about 130, 140%. That's what we thought. You know what people said? Again, we have always historians in every Lions Club. So do Lions International. They said, okay, it could be a fluke. It may not happen. But anyway, good. You guys have achieved something. Then here another chairperson and Brian Sheehan who said nothing doing. My goal is $52.5 million. And this $52.5 million is not put by anybody else. There's a strategic committee that works out at the international and says, this is what we must achieve this. He said, nothing doing, I'm going to hit 70 million this year. That's the additional called stretch goal. So this $52.5 million has been divided into the world's Lions about 1.4 million, and we have worked out approximately 14.5 or $6 per person. That's how we worked out. Today, we have achieved $46 million. 3 months ahead, we are at 89%. I just got an email. We are a little over 90% as I was getting ready to come to this meeting because we get a weekly update. So right now we are at 90%. We have 3 more months to go. By the time we reach Melbourne Convention, we should be able to achieve the stretch goal as well. Why is it so important? That we will discuss a little more later. And how are we doing? Friends, Constitutional Area 6 is here, is what is earmarked in this yellow bracket. You must be hearing the senior leaders keep talking, India is known for its membership, the largest membership country. We are about 300,000, 290,000 Lions across. Today we are the largest. Our leaders keep giving lectures, isn't it? I'm sure the GATT leadership and including your governor would have spoken, PID Vamsi would have spoken. We are the single largest nation, right? There is another constitutional area which is at least half of our size, or a little more than half of our size. Gives $25 million. You are at $4.5 million. This is the cultural difference between the Orient Southeast Lions, that is called Japan, Taiwan, probably Korea, China, and that area. The Lions membership size, 60% of our size. How much they would give? They have already 25 million given. They are hitting 27%, they are at 93%. Well, I went once to Taiwan for a meeting. No, it was in Japan. A cabinet secretary, like your district cabinet secretary, came to receive me at the Tokyo airport. He drove me a fantastic, most expensive car to my hotel. So generally the conversation started. He said, sir, I am cabinet secretary. I thought it's nice, good. Oh, what do you do, what your club does, what your district. This conversation went on. He said, sir, I have been a progressive Melvin Jones fellow. That I see because he was wearing a humanitarian partner pin. How much did he give, I asked him. He said about $250,000. I have lost my I was blown out. You know what I did? I pulled my pin out and put it into my pocket because I didn't want to look like I'm a fool as a trustee that I have not gone up to that level of what a cabinet secretary now, Constitutional Area 5 went up. There is a reason. It's not that they are rich enough that they are giving. There is a reason behind giving. There is a reason behind that giving. And the largest constitutional area in the world is at a range of $4.5 million today. We are confident of making it 100% or a little more than 100% this year. I'm not talking about, I want you to understand how Lions at different parts of the constitutional area, looks at it. We have a stretch goal, we are right now at 76%. Now India has fared well, those are in red mark, they are all yet to achieve. Don't expect miracles out of Pakistan. I have great respect as a country, Pakistan, but then unfortunately, they don't have a bank account system and things, they just fall trial behind. There are a few South Asian countries, but in India, southern part of India, whether it is 316, 317, 318, 320, everybody surpasses, they're all in green, they're about 100, 110, 130 and 140. This is the cultural change that we are trying to bring in. Now where do you stand as Karnataka, multiple district 317, both Karnataka and Goa put together? You had a goal of $316,000. You have already contributed 412. You are at about 131%. Congratulations. It is the cash part. It is the cash part. Right? Let's look at another slide. Let's talk about where do we stand.
Today's contribution because
that's what you have got. That's what I want to come there. Now let me see what is the current state within your sub-districts of your multiple, where your chairman will be proud of. At the same time, your district governor will be very proud of, and district coordinator, thank you very much for the wonderful work. You have put your district at 130%. The goal is today, adding this 25,000 what you gave now, this will go up to 76. 76 is almost 200%, little over 200%. If you hit the $100,000, you will be anywhere around close to 290, 280%. I come from a district, my governor has done 335% already. It is nothing. There's one governor in Kerala who has done 200 MJFs. Don't get, wondered about how they're doing. They are able to motivate and they are able to show. This is where you stand as of today. We're not talking about the multiple. Let's focus only on 317F and what you really do next. Look at where your multiple stands. PID Vamsi was telling you we are around 3.2% or something. Look at where we are. $300,000, 25,000 members. You are Raju?
2,500.
20? Excellent. 21,000 lions. 1.9% of 21,000. Who has a calculator? Quickly calculate and tell me. What is the number? 1.9% of the individuals have contributed from for the foundation from your multiple.
400.
It means close to 500. Imagine now 21,000 lions, 550 lions have thought it is appropriate to contribute. What if all the 21,000 lions contribute little? I'm not talking about MJFs, thousands and few thousand. Little of what we do, where do we take this? How much of the money that we can bring back to our own projects? Isn't it? Like this 21,000 lions are in about close to 600, 700 clubs. Your 600 clubs have a participation rate of 31%. Right? It means here and after Lions need to re-look at it. It's not just membership plus net growth and all. It is how we must focus on our. Today we are at 1.3%, 1.9%. The next year must be about 5% is the goal. Next year, our goal should be 33% clubs. Let's hit out about 60% of our Lions clubs across the board of the Lions of MD317. Another one. Let's look at this. Now, where do you stand yourself? Are you as bad as MD317? Definitely not. But within 317, you are definitely good. 3.1%, 3.1%. This is exactly what the number which PID Vamsi was talking to you. You are around. I saw about 82 Lions clubs, 2,232 members. 2,300 members in your district. Or let's say 2,500, which you would get some more growth in the next 1 month, isn't it? The amount of time that we spend on elections and conventions and so many debates and discussions, let's focus on this area. Sir, madam, tell me, 2,300 into 3.2% is how many?
71.3.
No. How many members?
71.
71? How sad this is. Isn't it? This is where I want to take Governor, when he said 100,000. Some of you must be wondering, where is this Nagaraj has gone mad? He got a goal of 30, he got pushed to 44. Now he's talking 76. Now he would be pushing us. But look from this perspective. If you look at 3.2% of your 2,003 lions, 300 lions, It means 70%. There are 2,200 lines still can do it, isn't it? We can work on what best and what could be that work. Let's talk about it a little more deeper as we move forward. How many clubs? Go back, come back. How many clubs? 32% of your clubs have contributed. I want to sincerely, profusely thank every one of you, not just from the foundation point of view, not just because the chairperson point of view, but then personally. There can't be a better word than simply say, thank you so much for what you have done. Is this thank you enough? There's a lot that's possible that you and I can work together and do it. And as we move forward, your average giving, come back once again, your average membership giving is 1904. Imagine if this is what you've achieved as of today, $19 per person of that 3.2%, if you increase this $19 into 100%, where would you put your multiple? Where did you put your district? It's into more than 500,000. No Taiwanese, no Singaporeans, no Osil fellow will stand before you. Right? Now why do I say this? Why do I say this? You should give. Foundation is not anybody else. It is your foundation. Your club has an LCF coordinator. We will hear what he wants on behalf of the club. Your district has a district coordinator. Your multiple has a multiple district coordinator. Your area has an area leader. You would have a constitutional area leader. We would have a trustee on the board. It means through the foundation, whatever you wanted, we are there to help you as long as you fall into the rules of the Lions Clubs International Foundation, quote unquote, created by these trustees, those rule book point of view. When we look at this, PID Vamsi also touched upon small things such as the pledges. You gave as 317 individual pledges, 68,000. We are not worried, it will come back. But model club balances, we have total 189,000. So let's look at this. Governor Nite, when you become a governor, I want you to create a concept. See this, I don't know. This is who's governor here? Rashid, 21 medical? We had 149. Deepak Suman. That's very small amount. This is another year. Whoever it may be. I was so very elated to look at that lady who had come from that 19 members of their club and those model clubs that they have received certain awards from us. There is an honor. Club is not of individuals. Club is made up of all of us together. All of us together. Now I would only say one thing. Look at what did you do. Since 1968, whether there was 317F or not, F came somewhere in between. But however, your clubs were part of some other district. We have given you so far $814,000, close to that. Let's last 60 years. How much did you give back to foundation? Only 548. It means we gave you more than close to 190% of what it means. $1 you give us, you get back $2 back, right? Imagine if we raise our level of benchmark of $200,000, you get this. Now if Nagaraj Rao achieves $100,000, I will sit in your district and make sure he gets $200,000 of grants next year through Narayan Swami, through Narayan. That's the philosophy of this world. You're getting me? So are you convinced now? You're not just giving, you're getting it back. You're getting it back not at 1 equal 100%, you're getting it back 200% almost. We can go beyond. When Governor had shown those projects, whether it was a diabetes program or it was dialysis center or Kidwai's cancer center or number of projects, friends, many more requirements, many more needs are there in this part of the Karnataka, especially in your district area. We were talking today. We had a wonderful time. This morning has been such an amazing day, personally for me. Your governor and the team has taken me to a hospital project. I was not listening to him. I only gave one ear to that gentleman, the doctor, medical director was giving. My heart was burning in me. Don't get me wrong, if you are devotees of a specific mutt or a specific temple, specific charity home, but I see from the Lions as my mutt. Lions mutt has 3,000 people. 317F is a mutt in my view. And if all of us think that we should do something amazing, if one man can do what it was in that Chikbalapur this morning when we went to hospital, medical college, Goshala, so many things that we have seen. Imagine if 3,000 of us work with same devotion, dedication. And the bottom line that he spoke was, our Guruji says, no ego. What's killing us is that. Ego is not there, everything is there. Look at this. You must understand as an incoming governor what should be doing it. 82 clubs, I'm sure I've heard, seen some of you are club presidents. Every one of you are an important leader in your home club. Ask yourself. Ask this question tonight. Maybe talk to your wife. Talk to your children who are on dining table. Tell them, what does your Lions Club do? Does it do what your governor wants to do? Or does it do what the community needs? What does the community needs or wants you to do? Look at yourself. The needs in this part of Karnataka are so huge. It could be hunger. It could be diabetes. It could be childhood cancer. Your answer is your foundation. You have an idea? Come back to us. You know, each one of you, how powerful are you? Have you ever calculated this? Narayan Swami, from 1st July when you become a governor on 21st June in Melbourne, is your wife here somewhere? No? Go back and tell. You have a power to sign 12 crore rupees worth of a grants. 12 crore rupees worth of grants. If you don't do it, you are an incompetent leader. At the end of next June, I'll again come back. You call me this time, cabinet installation, I'll come to your convention, I'll tell everybody this governor did not work. You may give me 300% growth of membership, 100% of MJF, don't get me wrong. 100 MJFs, 300 members, maybe another 50 clubs. This is what we keep measuring. We have never forgotten to measure what has been our year-long impact on the community. What did we do? An interesting question they often ask every line or every Lions Club member. I see some of those very elderly senior leaders sitting here. What do your club do? So we do service. What service? We do medical camps. What else? We do all camps. What do you do? Service. What is the service? Our parents have taught us to do service, leaving that leftover food for the people to be given who knocks our door. Your club must be identified to a specific cause. You should be able to do, my club works for diabetes. You should be able to say, my club works for an educational scholarships. I've been fortunate enough to work with only Lions Clubs International Foundation, probably ever since I became a governor. 1 year I've done an administrative job called Council Secretary. Thereafter I went throughout, thanks to every past president who had given me an opportunity to serve with the foundation. I can proudly say, this is the area I went, I started a hospital. This is the area I went, I did something. Ramesh, I didn't enjoy my directorship, I didn't enjoy my trusteeship. The best one was the MD coordinator. If you do not leave your footprints into your multiple through the projects, then we are not doing our justice. What kind of projects we do? We do projects with the governors coming, they come with an idea. Don't get me wrong, Nagaraj. You know why I say this? Your ideas must be continuous. Oh, Nagaraj is from a different group, Narayan Swami from a different group, Akash would be third group. So we create three-dimensional ideas and confuse our Lions and Lions Club. We mess the whole thing. What is the goal of your Lions District 317F? If somebody can stand up and tell me, I'll be the happiest man. Because our Lions do not know what our goal is. As leaders, we have goal for membership, we have goal for leadership, we have goal for everything. What is our collective goal at the end of the year? That we would transform A, B, small slum into a different place. I recently visited a Lions Club. I'll tell you how heart-touching this story would be. And if you have something like this, tell us, write to us. We can have it published. I went to a Lions Club. This Lions Club started a project, sir, 23 years ago. We all have done this project, but we did not do like that Lions Club did. You know what they do? They're a 60-member old club or 70 members club. Naturally, half are spouses, half are family members, 50 on 50. And this 50 have adopted some 41 families. Right? The project is simple. The project is simple is to give them the dry ration needed for the month in a box, they pack and give it to you. Probably every one of you would have done this kind of a project in your clubs or your district, in your experience. The beauty of this is, this club has been doing every month for last 23 years. I've seen that card. I went to that card. The household had shown me like a government ration card, a free public distribution system card. The club president or the club leader, whoever has gone to give, he was signing there. It was 7th of June, it was 7th of April, it was the first Sunday of the month, they get it back. Then I asked the question, you're such a rich people's club, why only restrict 50? Sir, our promise is for life. Our promise is for life. Unless a donor in my club comes say, this is the money, I will adopt so-and-so, and as long as that family is alive, we continue to do it. That's only one side of the story. And their people who are seeking this help, the remotest of the slum, where a two-wheeler would also not go. Right? You got to leave your car somewhere outside, go in a fat-fatty or a rickshaw, go deep into it, walk into those small, narrow, 10 feet lane, go there, and you give that. So this time, some friends from different parts of the world have come. We went and visited, and I was also with them. There were two German women with me. That was the house of an 80-year-old woman. And we knocked the door. We are Lions. Of course, naturally, we are not definitely in suit. What we do, service project, wearing a suit and going. But they've just come in a small Lions t-shirt. They've just come, given this gift. You must say. She was telling us in Bengali. I said, hold. And that team was introducing, this is a family we have been taking care. This 80-year-old woman went inside from the bed. She lifted her son, who's 35-year-old, frozen like a small lump, because he does not have spine. He has been living, and he brought that son in her arms and showed her, we both live because of Lions. That's the compassion that we work. I'm not saying you to replicate such kind of work. I am saying you, there's a purpose for this membership. There is a pride for this pin. You see somebody wearing a pin, he's just, without knowing also, one would consider you to be the finest human being. Someone who's very, very different from others. You may be rich, you may not be rich enough, but then you're a human with a kind of heart touch. A cluster, a group of people come together in a club. And we kind of time that we spend on our meetings, fellowship and things, and we end and leave that meeting hall without taking a decision. How painful it would be. The day that you miss to talk about somebody's need is the day that you're ruining not only yourself, you are losing out on a story to tell your wife and children. Every Lion will get back home. I often say this, many get offended. Lions never tell truth to their families, right? Where are you? I'm just coming. I'm in what the circle? What do you call the best circle in Bangalore? Majestic something, no? Right? Oh, I'm got stuck in a majestic traffic, you know. He would be in a Lions Club meeting. Why would you say that I'm a Lions Club meeting talking about how do I prevent diabetes, talking to some doctors? Right? Don't tell me. I know this, I won't tell my wife where I am. So do I guess so. Mostly it happens because we don't take pride of our meeting, we don't take pride of our discussion, we don't take pride of the work. Friends, today this gathering who's sitting here in this hall, I consider you are exceptional human beings with a heart for giving. Now, look at three things that I want. The club leadership was here. Every club should have a plan that I must give $5,000 minimum to Lions Clubs International Foundation. You know why this $5,000? That qualifies you for a distinct community grant. No application, just write a small piece of paper and send it to us, we will send you 15% of it. Today, if Narsimlu and Governor come together with all of your help, achieve $100,000, right? On right 1st of July, I would request Nagraj, come up with an idea in consultation with the governor that you have a $15,000 in your pocket to start a new idea to work with. There are children from rural villages, girls who doesn't go to school because of period poverty or whatever you wanted. There are so many clubs that you have. I was writing down about Phoenix Femina, some club, yeah, right? Phoenix. You should have some ideas for women. You should have an idea. I'm sure you would have. But like continuity, consistency with a compassion that you try to work on, I think we don't have to work about Mission 1.5. Mission 1.5 would be the easiest thing that anybody can do. If you can tell that Lions that this is where it goes. PID Vamsi was telling me this afternoon, Vijay, you know, out of that $800,000 that we gave as grants, more than $500,000 this man has brought. I was sitting as a trustee, he will simply say, this application is sent, please look into only. Right? So you will have to look into and get this. Whether your diabetes grant, whether it is your Kedwai grant, or it is the what do you call the hunger grant. The idea is, if every club thinks of this way, we can give you much more. And we as trustees sit there to help you. My heart bleeds when there are no applications from southern part of India, or India for that matter. Our handicappers who will write, who will answer all these questions. Somebody is giving you money, so naturally they will ask you questions, isn't it? Because they want to be clear about what they are doing. The whole idea, my friends, as collective group of 317F, I would only urge, take this leadership in the future in this way. Your competition must be that end of the year, all of us should have a story to tell. For his lifetime, this man created a wonderful story in district coordinator. He would say that my year as a district coordinator LCIF, I have done this. Governor Nagraj would say, in my year I did this. Every one of us, it's just not the governor and district coordinator. I must tell you, club president, Lion, every one of us should have a story to tell at the end of the year. This is what we did. This is what we could bring in a change in someone's life, because Lions ought to be the reason for someone's smile. Yes, health and well-being are focal area, but definitely anything. Every action of ours should bring in smile in someone's face. And we should be the reason for being someone's happiness. Once again, I'm truly overwhelmed with this kind of a MJF night. The way you presented, you recognized. Once again, thank every one of you. I thank PID Vamsi, Governor Nagraj, and every one of you for this opportunity to share some of my thoughts. I would only say, every hour, every day that you and I spend in this organization must be a meaningful one, must be, create an impact in someone's life. Good luck to you. Thank you very much.